Exactly. Exactly.
Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. Yes, 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 yes. We thank God this morning. I want to say good morning, everyone watching us from wherever you are. Thanks for your patience this morning as we you're welcome to this edition of By Standards at the Instance. I am Christian Chuku on this wonderful edition of the program. Uh, we have wonderful reviewers here this morning that are here to do justice to the newspaper headlines this morning. I have Mr. Matthew, Mr. Raphael, Mr. Kunle, Mr. Charles, and Oluwawan. They're here to do justice to the newspaper headlines. I want to say big welcome wherever you are. Thanks for your patience and also for your support all along. Thank you for subscribing to Flip TV. Don't forget to subscribe so that you can get our notifications. I understand that many people don't get notified when we start a live program, but I want to say, as you watch the program, click on the notification button of bystanders at the newsstand. Let's go straight to the newspaper headlines. What do I have? I have with me the Vanguard newspaper, and I also do have the Daily Sun newspaper. Let's look at what we have. Yesterday, the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, General Muhammad Buhari, visited Lagos, and in honor of Mr. Akonde, former leader of the APC, over a book launch. 2023 presidency, ACF gives Igbo hint on how to realize dream. On 2023 presidency, Arewa Consultancy Forum gives Igbo hints on how to realize the presidential dream. It says political parties ought to hold elected leaders accountable. Political parties ought to hold elected leaders accountable. Tension in Katsina as gunmen murder commissioner. Bandits have taken over the north, especially the northeast. Various government functionaries are being murdered by these bandits. I hope the army, the military, they have they're on top of the situation as always. Insecurity, not now killing field. That's from the Sultan. The not now a killing field. That is from the Sultan. Fast track to when the president was about entering 2015 and all the promises he made, we see that most of these promises are yet unkept. Insecurity, not now killing field. Nigerians dying. Northern civil society groups tell president Nigerians are dying. Northern civil society groups tells president. Gunmen kill 16 worshippers, injure others in Niger mosque. Gunmen kill 16 worshippers, injure others in Niger mosque. Insurgency. Troops kill, arrest 310, destroy logistics base, others in 2 weeks. Troops kill and arrest 310, destroy logistics base, others in 2 weeks. How do we compare these reports? Now the Sultan is saying that not field, and now what we get from another report is that the troops they kill and 310, destroy logistics base, others in 192 terrorists surrender government show evidence of money. Good morning. Okay. Okay. Insecurity not now killing field, as Sultan has said, not now a killing field. Like I said, no responsibility, no accountability, no openness from the federal government. Wike tells federal government to show evidence of money borrowed. Evidence is what Nigerians need. Evidence of money borrowed. Electoral bill, Umahi opposes direct primary. Electoral bill, Umahi opposes direct primary. We know that most governors in Nigeria are in opposition to this electoral bill. Says method can truncate democracy. Method can truncate democracy. Gumi breaks ties with bandits. Gumi break ties with bandits. Omicron, British envoy defends ban on Nigeria. Now let's look at Buhari's visit yesterday to Lagos. How Obasanjo's electoral massacre cost Akande of the second term. Buhari is saying that how Obasanjo's electoral massacre cost Akande others second term. Ex-governor places high premium on integrity, truthfulness. Tinubu and Oni saying that ex-governor places high premium on integrity, truthfulness. Federal government blames insecurity for Nigeria's fall from preferred investment destination. Let's go to the Vanguard this morning. Bank fees, commission income rise 31% to 384.8 billion naira. Bank fees. Gunmen on rampage in Imo abduct monarch. Gunmen on rampage in Imo abduct monarch. Khan, Sultan decry worsening state of insecurity. Nigerians are being killed like chickens. Khan is saying Nigerians are being killed like chickens. Federal government should do more beyond condemning killing of Nigerians. Sultan is saying federal government should do more beyond the condemning killing of Nigerians. Lament governor, government lacks will to hold security chiefs to account. Reps urge Buhari to deploy military personnel to Sokoto. Want modern boats to prevent mishaps. Bandits kill 16 worshippers in the mosque in Niger. Block highway in Zamfara for 5 days. Kill 6 motorists. 3 farmers confirmed killed by invading herders in Adamawa community. Osibajo task security agencies on technology-driven solutions. Bandits storm Abuja community. Abduct 8. Kill housewife. Let's quickly move to I have Mr. Kunle. Good morning, Mr. Kunle.
Yeah, good morning, Christian. I greet you, right? Yeah, thank God for the good work you do.
Thank God.
Yeah, we keep praying for you, likewise. You're doing a real good job. And we keep praying for you. Tina, long ahead from you. Silent achiever, I appreciate you.
Gumi disassociates with bandits.
Before I even go into Gumi case, I just came back from traveling yesterday, and I witnessed a lot of things going on that road, Lagos+Ibadan Express Road they are doing. Mr. Fashola, Minister for Works, there are a lot of jobs for you to still be, to still be done. Don't be a minister that can can't bite. I passed through that road yesterday. The Ogere extension of that road has been occupied by Bin Laden tanker. did I mean by Bin Laden petroleum tankers are the ones that just got exploded and killed souls on that street. They started parking on that street again, on that road, on that same Ogere
There was an
section.
explosion on that same road.
There wasn't. But it's always better for us to be proactive. I'm just telling him this. If it is just the part from the work he's doing, he should make sure he check on that place right now. Ogere is in an intense situation now. The trailer people have started parking there again. The tanker driver have started parking again. And you could remember a lot of explosion that has happened there. And I did my own groundwork because I had the opportunity to travel to see my mom that is recuperating from stroke. So I have to dash down to outside Lagos to see his well-being. And I witnessed all these things. And what we are here to do is to do constructive criticism to these people. I expect my brother Chigose likewise, that all this one we've been talking here, we should take a ride down to the east, to Anambra or to where Imo, to go and check the project the government are saying they are doing, and to checkmate them whether they are really in good condition, the way I did yesterday. The Lagos-Ibadan I went through yesterday is still not totally accepted the way it is now, because the tanker driver, they've occupied the roads, and I see a lot of influx of the northern youth. I don't know whether they are part of the bandit that they are escaping from that side. The Lagos state government and the Ogun state government, governor, they should wake up from the slumber and make sure they check on the security lapses on that axis. That is Ogere to Lagos. Sanwo-Olu too should take note. Don't just be a sitting governor in Lagos and be chasing after answers and all this thing. Check your surroundings. The intruders are coming in, and as I'm saying, check, let them be formidable. Yeah, strange faces. I was with like 16 of them in the bus yesterday, and I need to be asking, where are you guys going to? Where are you heading? They said they are heading to Abeokuta. You know, it's so strange to me that we need to be profiling the people that you suspect that they need to be questioned. So that is just my own stake this morning on that. So thanks.
Look at the security when you travel. How is the security situation?
The security situation, I saw some policemen on the checkpoints on the road. Nevertheless, they are still collecting tokens from those drivers.
I remember their December salary. They have not even received November salary.
November salary. What a mess in this country. So that's the people in charge of the police affairs. They should hold them responsible, because the anger the police are having now, they will lynch it on the masses that have not offended them. You know, instead of lynching the anger that the people that are holding them. You know, that's just the situation of this country. Let's just put the blame game on the right people that are responsible for the police deteriorated level there, for the deteriorating level the police have now. So they have people, they have minister for Ministry of Police Affairs, they have what's it called? So let them be answerable to questions in this matter.
There is a bill by the Lagos state government. Before you attend any social gathering, you must have your COVID-19
job card. Yeah. Thank God that I've done mine because no life should be worthless.
Is it the first or second?
I've done the first job, right? And they said I should come for the second job in January. You should not play with the home crowd. Yeah, I have to be patriotic, so that I will not be caught unaware. You know, because he will come for justice, must come with a clean hand, and I'm trying to come with a clean hand this time around, so that anything I say here, they won't hold me responsible, or they won't have any lacuna to hold me responsible. Like I said earlier, Chigose should travel around maybe to go down to the east and see what's happening. It's not just standing here and saying, Guru, go and see what is happening. Whether they've done the second Niger bridge, whether it's as it's ongoing now, you see the stage of the work there, and we'll be able to bring the people that are in charge to book that, okay, you are collecting money. It's our taxpayers' money. It's nobody's money, for God's sake. It's all taxpayers' money they are using to repair this road. The road to your town, the road to your state, she goes, go and check it up. Not just standing there and start lambasting or do this thing, So that's what I've done mine. I've gone throughout the south. I went to the southwest yesterday. I passed through the 3 states. Lagos, Ibadan to. They are deteriorable road there. The Fashola administration has to look into, because it's just working, but we are not seeing what he's doing in the southwest especially. And the second Niger bridge he said he's doing in what's it called, the east. Let the people like Chigozie.
You know that Chigozie is not really interested in Nigeria.
It's not. It's still a Biafra, and the presidency is coming, and they're clamoring for. I don't know who is Chigozie to be talking that when the people are asking for the presidency.
That's the Ohanese.
They are Ohanese, right? And you know, I don't understand what is going on. You either come out and say what you want.
Okay, this is the chance for you Lagosians to bombard Buhari and chase him out of Lagos in anger. He visited Lagos yesterday.
Yeah, but Buhari excuse was the one he came with. I mean, the Obasanjo excuse was the one he came with. How about the blunder? He too has been, you know, has been the blunder that has been happening under his administration. Let's even assume the electoral, you know, processes under Obasanjo was flawed, like how, you know, we can say, because even the president he puts there, which is Umaru Yar'Adua, openly came out that the election that brought him in was a flawed election. But such as the leader we need, such as the leader we need in Nigeria, may so rest in peace. Such as the leader I need in Nigeria, a leader that can know something is wrong and he come out openly and say it openly, something is wrong. Let Mr. Buhari to, you know, accept that, yes, under me, the insecurity has, you know, got to the, you know, to the top. So I'm so sorry for Nigerians for what has been happening to the people. So, and it should start hitting the ground running now. It's not just looking at other people's excuse that, you know.
Lastly, let's look at Gumi says, I no longer associate with bandits.
I think Gumi is a comedian. I look at him from one angle as a comedian. Same Gumi that's been associating with Bandit, that said Bandit are not terrorists, that said Bandit should be given amnesty. He could borrow a leaf from Abdul Muttalab, that the son want came out openly that wayward, and the CIA, the DSS should look after him. And same thing the man did. This is what Gumi should need to borrow a leaf from. Gumi ought to have come out and say, these terrorists, the bandits are terrorists, and I've disassociated myself from them. Not saying now that because they label them terrorists, so he has to hands off. What has you know, this man, I don't know. What kind of people are we having in this country that they don't think right? He's not thinking right. Bugome is not thinking right. Because you are saying, because they label the bandit terrorists, in which everybody, the whole world knows bandit is a terrorist, and you are still pampering them, that they should give them amnesty. I don't know whether his relations are among those terrorists, or the bandits, that he's not saying he's resigning, he's signing up, that he doesn't want to say anything about bandits again, that until the government change their, you know, plan to uplist them from being a terrorist group. And everybody know they are a terrorist group. They've killed a lot, and they've still killing as we're talking now. They killed in Katsina yesterday. That's the president's hometown. Now the president needs to be worried that the security is around his domain. Insecurity is around his domain. Katsina itself. So and the president, our president has never come out to admit that the insecurity under him is enormous. So that he has to hit the ground running. Let's accept your mistake and let people know that you accept your mistake. But when you are still bragging on your mistake that everything is right, the whole world is watching, man.
Okay, thank you.
The whole world is watching.
That's a wonderful one from Mr. Only.
Yeah,
morning, Mr. Chigozie.
yeah, David is my man. Yeah, good morning, esteemed viewers.
Oh, good morning.
So, how are you doing?
I'm fine. I'm
Yeah.
fine. I'm fine. I'm trying to look at what Kunle said about you traveling to the east to see for yourself what is happening over there.
Yeah, as the funny thing is that Kunle has not left the shores of Southwest. He only shuttled from Osogbo, Osun State to Lagos. That is the only place he has traveled. He has not traveled outside the Western region. So I think it is an insult on my personality to begin to engage Kunle. I have traversed over 9 states of the northern region, and about 5 states from the south west So, and I hail from the eastern region. So, in terms of comparison and
what he's saying is that you should go to the east now, like, and see what is happening for yourself.
What is happening? What is happening? Other than the killings, you can see the killing and the manning of my brothers and sisters. Of yesterday or so, a place in Olu State were raided and people were killed. You see, this has not changed, and that's why we are asking for an end to such cruelty, an end to such inhumanity to human, perpetrated by the state, by the Nigerian government, and most of which, of course, nobody is holding them accountable, and the international community are watching, while humanity is being subjected to such level of cruelty, even in this modern or 21st century. It's very unfortunate. You're talking about what is Niger Bridge. The Niger Bridge they have been talking about since 1976. If a fox should climb it, it will collapse. Do you compare Niger Bridge with the sophisticated Third Mainland Bridge? Eh? How long does it take Babangida to build that Third Mainland Bridge? That you can. How many minutes will it take you to fly through Niger Bridge? It's not up to 5 minutes. So why are they making noise about that?
Okay,
See,
that is Mr. Kunle.
It's very unfortunate. Why is it, try to make any sense out of that? What economic impact does that Niger Bridge, foster to the from Lagos? You carry your goods, and what is there any difference with other bridges that is going on? So it's very unfortunate.
Okay,
people are talking about the survivor. People are talking about, the economic hazard or mishap bedeviling the eastern region, the deprivation, marginalization that have been sustained for, of course, the wound of 1966 have not been healed, and you can imagine what that means. If you have sustained such level of sore injury since 1966, which is barely close to 6 decades now, and it remained unhealed, what happens? It means it has become cancerous, and it cannot be cured. The only way to cure it is, of course, possibly the dissolution of this country. That is the only thing that can truly compensate the south of all eastern people.
Some people predicted that if they not allow this banditry go on, the north will now be a killing field. Now the Sultan is saying that not now a killing field over the insecurity. Let me see your position on that.
If by that statement, Sultan is saying that we have achieved our aim, I think that is right. If by that he's saying that the conspiracy of silence on his part, on the part of the Sultan of Sokoto and other, of course, northern political elites, has brought the north to the news, has damaged the north, has destroyed economic and other social activities of the northern people. Well, I said that is not surprise, because all this while the Sultan has not been speaking up to condemn the incessant attack even on the churches. It started with the churches. It started with the first target was the church, the Christian communities, and they kept mute, they kept quiet because it was against the supposed infidels. But when they are done with the infidels, with the churches, they now have no other place to unleash mayhem. They now turn back to their own people. Even they start bombing mosques and all that. You can see what you failed to address will one day catch up with you. You see, that's why I'm saying that my brother Kunle, as he continues to support the unity of the One Nigerian program, don't be surprised that this One Nigeria will kill him one day. You see, but I hope that it will not be too early. But I hope that for a better future for him. But that cannot be achieved in Nigeria. So if he continue, of course, he said that he doesn't have peace again. But you don't have peace, what is left? And one day, unfortunately, the person might just pack up. So, to turn of Sokoto cannot be absorbed of this complicity of the damage that have been done on the northern people. And this is quite unfortunate that at this time he is talking. They saw it coming, but they thought it was only meant for the Christians. And then now, the things, of course, it has escalated out of
lastly, let's
control.
look at Gumi. I no longer associate with bandits.
That is the repentance of Boko Haram. I think the government of the day should extend the same amnesty to him. If he no longer identify or associate, maybe now he may be playing a more major role as a spy to the bandits or Boko Haram. Nobody can tell. But whatever happens, the fact that the damage has been done cannot be disputed. The damage, monumental damage, has been incurred, and it will take over a century for such damage to be fixed. The northern people can never recover.
100 years.
The cause of your people, to of course better the lot of your own people, then the essence of governance or power is useless. Of course, absolute power, they say, corrupt, absolutely. And very unfortunately,
Okay. Mr. Bati, good morning.
Okay, good morning, Mr. Christian.
I don't know whether I should bring you into this argument that they are just arguing now. The second Nigeria beach what political importance does it have on the Southeast?
Political or economic?
He said, because according to Mr. Chigozie, he was talking about there's a political undertone. That it doesn't have any political importance. Okay, generally.
That if they complete that second Niger bridge, it's going to enhance the economic viability of the Southeast. That's the truth.
Okay,
because if you look at the current scenario, you see that it takes longer time for people to cross from Delta State end of the bridge to the other side. Because you have so many vehicles trying to access the same bridge at the same time. But if you finish the second bridge, it means people who are coming from Asaba to Onitsha will go with the new bridge. People who will come trying to get from Asaba to Onitsha or coming from Onitsha to Asaba because of the numerous vehicles trying to use the same bridge at the same time. And whether we like it or not, it's affecting the economic activities in the Southeast. But if you have the second Niger bridge, definitely it is going to ease movement because people who are going from Asaba into Onitsha will go with the new bridge. People who are coming from Onitsha coming to Asaba will go with the old bridge. So by such, the movement will be easier. Because I read where he was talking about Obasanjo's diabolical double cross that led Akande losing second term or so. But the statements that were credited to Mr. President for me is like a hate speech. And I don't think his government is better off in terms of rule of law, allow rule of law to prevail. I don't think he's in a better position to be using that language. In as much as Obasanjo didn't allow rule of law to prevail, this government as well is not giving rule of law. We have instance where the chief of an arm of government, the head of an arm of government was removed under mysterious circumstances, unceremoniously. I'm talking about the Chief Justice, the former Chief Justice of the Federation. So what I'm trying to say in essence is, Mr. President is not justified to be casting aspersion on Obasanjo because under his watch, we are seeing so many things that is not conforming to the rule of law. Is it not under his watch that 3 policemen were killed in Taraba State, that went to arrest a kidnapping kingpin? As we speak, a panel he directed to be constituted indicted the captain and 9 other soldiers. As we speak, the captain is not under trial. So what moral standard does Mr. President has to the is full of injustice?
Okay.
And coming under his watch, look at agitation everywhere. Look at the nature of marginalization from the southeast. You have federal character in the constitution. You have 17 key positions in security positions. And out of the 17, 14 goes to one section of the country. Only 3 or so come to the south. So he doesn't have that moral standard to speak in the manner he's speaking. He's not a saint. That's what I'm trying to say in essence.
Somebody said this is an opportunity that Nigerians or Lagos to protest is coming to Lagos.
I'm not saying anybody should start protesting or start disturbing the peace because it's coming. But what I'm trying to say is the statement he made for me is hate speech. And he's not just about to be saying all that. Look at what happened at Lekki Toll Gate. What has the government done to address injustice? Is it not his minister up to today that is still claiming that it's massacre without body, that it is taken by moonlight? After having seen overwhelming evidence, after a government official and a forensic pathologist came to testify that about 98 corpses were recovered in different places in Lagos. You see his president sit to tell you that his government is claiming that there was no massacre. A government that does not have any premium for the life of its citizens. So for me, Mr. President is not justified to speak in the manner he spoke, because he has not been able to allow the rule of law to prevail. He has not been able to give people who have been facing myriad of injustice fair justice.
Okay, let's move there. Insecurity, not now a killing field. Let's assess the performance of the Nigerian military.
You see, the issue of this northern crisis, I think, in a way, beyond what the military is doing, the northerners themselves, the stakeholders, I think they have a role to play. Because if you look at most of the people who are rising against the nation, incidentally, the activities is limited to the north. They are Nigerians who have father, who have mother in the same Nigeria. Is it on record that when about 601 Boko Haram repented, they were radicalized and are integrated into the society? About 600 out of that 601 are Nigerians. So I think if truth must be told, we should realize that it is a failure of parental care and community failure. Because if you as a father, your child is signing on to become a Boko Haram member, a bandit, whatever name they go by, and they are wielding gun, coming to the regular society, even their own society, killing, maiming, raping. There was a report one time that when Boko Haram comes to kidnap, that if they kidnap guests who happens to be their schoolmates, they treat them more cruelly. So what I'm trying to say is, these are northern youths who are taken to crime. So I think the northern elders, the parents in that northern part of the country, they are all failed. So beyond what the military is doing, there is every need to address it from ideological point of view, to the point of looking at the younger generation, the ones that have not grown to the level of being enlisted into insurgency. So if you take it off from there, you would have end up stopping another generation being a potential terrorist. Because if they are not well taken care of, the right knowledge is not inculcated into them, they now become vulnerable to be recruited in due course of time. So we stand a risk of having an endless war until you address it from that ideology point of view. So beyond what, okay, if the whole youth from the north decide to say we are going into this banditry, we are going into this insurgency, do you think the war will end? You continue killing and they will continue getting recruits.
The commissioner was killed yesterday.
I can understand. It's a matter of time. Even commissioner of police may be killed. It's a matter of time. Even a minister may be killed. If all these things are not addressed.
The general was killed.
Even a former chief of defense staff was killed the other time. So it's a matter of time. It will get to everybody if it is not addressed. So what I'm trying to say is, even Sultan is speaking up because they are seeing that it's getting to the level where it is no longer the downtrodden. It's affecting the high class. It's affecting the political class. It's affecting the elites. So you can see everybody is not speaking up. But beyond speaking up, they should address that question as to how do you stop our youth from enlisting into Boko Haram? If you do that, you have won this war 50%. Because if people are not enlisting, you are only fighting those who have been radicalized. But if as you are fighting, more people are joining. It is an endless war.
Lastly, the way the government has handled those that have surrendered, how do you think it affects insecurity in the north?
It's going to fuel it. Because we have a situation where only Maiduguri Cemetery, about 800 and something soldiers are buried there. And this is a revelation that came from Ngume, who is the House Committee Chairman on Army, who should know better. So if military who are fighting the insurgency have about 800 of their personnel buried in only Maiduguri Cemetery, and people who kill them, whether by way of surrendering, whether by way of capturing them, you are now giving them a slap on the wrist and asking them to go. What signal are you sending? I'm not saying they should be killed, but they should be prosecuted to act as deterrent to others.
Amnesty.
Amnesty does not mean the person will not suffer some level of penalty. I will tell you this: God, I mean Almighty God, Saul was persecuting Christians. At a point, by wisdom of God and mercy of God, God decided to use Saul. He changed to Paul. But God said, because when God asked, when Saul was blind, and in a dream, Ananias was to lay hand on Saul to receive his sight, as God directed Ananias. Ananias was complaining to God that this person you are sending to me have been killing Christians. He have gone to receive authority from government to kill more Christians. And God said, don't worry, lay hand, let him receive his sight. I will tell you how much he will suffer for the kingdom. That does not mean that God did not forgive him. But he suffers a level of penalty. In the same vein, these people who have been forgiven, they should suffer some level of penalty to act as deterrent to others. Thank you very much.
I don't think you touch. I don't think you. Okay,
Meet me here now.
Good morning.
Good morning.
How are you?
I'm fine.
Not now a killing field. That's from the Sultan. Insecurity.
Insecurity in the north. And that is the language that we'll be hearing now. It's getting out of fun. Now they are shouting. When they were killing the southeast, where were they? So now it's not backfiring to you. So you have to find a solution. You are the north, you are the number one Muslim leader in the whole Nigeria. The Sultan, as you know the Sultan? The Sultan is the number one leader of the whole Muslim Nigeria now. You have the power, you have the capacity to talk to the president, talk to the ruling government, and talk to the security. They are killing people in Sokoto, Kaduna, Bornu. They are killing people every day. Now it's not a field of killing. It will continue if you don't say the right language.
Are affected also.
They are there, they are living there.
everybody that is living there will be involved. Because the killer doesn't come to recognize your name, your forehead is written Christian or Muslim. They come to kill and to destroy. So if you don't hold them, if you don't do the right thing, they will continue. It's time to take action. Nigeria has the power to take action against those invaders. They are invaders. If you allow them, they will penetrate to the right. Stop the killing. Don't say it's not. It's a killing of battlefield. If you allow it, it will circulated in the whole north will become a dead ground. So you have the power and the capacity to stop it. Do the right thing in the right time, immediately before it's too late.
Okay.
Thank you.
Let's look at Gumi. I no longer associate with bandits.
Gumi, that is the sociolator of the bandit. It's like he's getting tired of the situation. Because what's go up must come down. It has been long that he has been dealing with them, but now it's like he thinks it's not forward coming anymore because his language is not pure. If his language is pure, you can never say he now doing art with the bandits. Why don't you tell Nigeria the truth? Only you is single-handedly advocated for the bandit. Only you go to the forest and negotiate with the bandit. So what is your problem and what are they doing? They are still killing and manipulating. The next time we hear, they will kill you and your family because you are one of them. You are confirmed one of them. It's like the threatening now. They are not putting gun on your head. You now say you are fed up. You must be fed up because you are one of them. You are one of them because you have the capacity to go to the forest and negotiate with them. The next 3 hours, the next 3 days, they will arrest other people, kidnap other people, kill other people. Now you want to run away. You can't run away. Stay. Don't run. Stay there because you will eat your food with them. You have prepared food. You will eat it together because the hands of God is now falling on you people and it will destroy all of you.
Okay, let's look at Buhari visited Lagos yesterday.
So do what?
There's a book launch. He came. Look at your president.
Okay.
The governor of Lagos State.
Okay, come for a book launch.
Book launch. Somebody saying that this is our chance to have protested.
Protested of what?
Against this administration when he came to Lagos.
They should have protested, but whereby the situation where there was no protest start, maybe they have bribed some group. You understand? Because Lagos is a feed of the protesting home, and the president have a bad name. So whereby now he came and he go, that is their whole problem. That is their whole cup of tea. Because I'm not part of them.
Okay. Finally, Oluwa, let's look at who are you going to vote for? You voted last time.
I voted last time.
Who did you vote for?
I voted for Buhari. But now it's not my mind anymore. Because I thought it was going to bring a change according to the language of the demonstration of the electorate. That was what we're looking for. At the end, the change was not getting to our hand. It's worse than before. So I cannot kill on the type of language because I'm a human being. I have a heart. So Nigeria is bleeding.
Who do you hope now?
I hope for a better person than him.
A youth,
a vibrant youth that will have his background that is truth forward, that will carry everybody along. Not a youth that will carry one particular ethnic group along, that will carry all Nigeria along. But we are one nation, we are united nation, no matter where the person comes from.
Even though it's a Fulani.
Even though it's anybody, but it will have the heart of Nigeria. We have Fulani that have the heart of Nigeria. We have Igbo that have the heart of Nigeria. All is human being, they are human being, they have Judah Iscariot everywhere.
Yeah.
They have Judah Iscariot everywhere, whether Yoruba, Igbo, Hausa, Fulani. We have the bad and the good and the ugly. We need the good. We need the very bad youth, good.
Okay.
That will heal the wound. And that person is coming. And God is bringing that person. And we'll all go to see that person.
What do you advise Nigerians come 2023?
I will advise Nigeria before 2023 to calm down. Calm down and pray for God. God will set us free. God will set. It's only God. We can't heal ourselves. And we can't fight. Fight is not the solution. We have to arrange ourselves and forgive ourselves and heal our wound. Somebody talking of 1960 Biafra war, talk about the wound is over hitting now. When you are talking that one, you are bringing more anger to the youth of that situation, that side, that angle. So that language is not acceptable. Let us heal ourselves. and move forward. Without illness, we can't move forward. The bitterness is a disaster. We'll continue cleaning ourselves, eating ourselves. That is not the problem. That can never solve the solution. That is not the solution. The solution, let's forgive ourselves. Even though God forgive us, let's forgive and move forward. Without forgiveness, no moving forward.
Okay. Thank you very much, Oluwa.
You're welcome.
Wonderful one from you. Thank you. I have known Oluwa one. No, it's David. I've known Oluwa one for almost 7 years in this Boston. Some people are saying they are surprised how he is analyzing reports today.
It's maybe because
So you have known Oluwa one.
I've known him for about
Oluwa one.
one of Ogba.
Ogba.
I've known him for so many years.
I used to
and
like those days. I used to go to school. I used to like his analysis.
because most times he's always conversant with the things going on.
He makes points.
No, it makes points, and that is why everybody needs to get involved, irrespective of who you
Social
are,
standing.
social standing. So you should always be informed. Once you are informed, you will not be deformed. So information goes a very long way. So see, he knows what he's saying and what he's doing.
Okay, let's look at the economic importance of the Niger Bridge. There was an argument. Let me get your part of the.
I disagree with what Mr. Chigozi said, that the second Niger Bridge will not enhance development and they will not bring business activities down to the southeast. It will, just like what Pastor has said. The Pastor has said it all. Now, imagine persons that want to convey his or her goods from Lagos down to the east. Now, you must ply the road, and now when there is traffic along that road, now if it's perishable goods, now your goods might not get to the destination as when it's supposed to be. But now see, now when there is 700 bridge, it will what decongest this other road and then bring free flow of vehicle to the other bridge. So see, so it will bring economic impact to the southeast, and then it will also what decongest traffic. Now people can easily move. People can easily move freely. You can what easily predict your movement from, okay, let's say you spend from the bridge to Lagos, you spend lesser time compared to whereby you'll be stuck in traffic just one particular road. So see, so it will surely bring development. There's no road that is not constructed that government will innovate that will not bring development to the people, to the society, or people living within that axis. It will even boost economic activities, because when the road is motorable, investors will come in. When the road is motorable, investors will come in, and then to us in the southeast, it is a plus, because most times I apply there. I will surely apply there if I'm going to my state, Akwa Ibom state. I will apply there. So now I will not condemn. One thing I want to beg the president is that he should hasten up and make sure that the road is completed, because it's a plus to us. It is not everything we come here and start condemning. When we see things that are right, we should also applaud the government for this. Kudos to them.
Okay, let's look at Bumi is saying that I no longer associate with bandits. Is that an excuse, or is that?
It is a very big excuse for him, because now, since when the Federal High Court has pronounced bandit as terrorists, now you cannot associate with terrorists and you not be what? Arrested. That is the logic. You know that now, even without the consent of the president, and now the federal government is saying there's no money to pay Gumi again, so always intercede for the bandits to be what? For him to be what? An intermediary between the bandits and the people. And since when the federal constitution in Abuja has pronounced them as terrorists, now the best thing for him to do is to what? This associating them from them, because you cannot mingle with terrorists. Officially, you will also be what? Proscribed as terrorists. And Gumi knows the implication. That was why he had to withdraw. Because if he mingles with terrorists now, a competent court of law in Nigeria will tell you that, Mr. Man, what are you doing with terrorists? And these people has been proscribed. They have been tagged as terrorists. So indirectly, you also a terrorist. And then for him not to mingle with them or like to do anything with them, that was why he had to withdraw. He has to use his number 6, his common sense, because at this point he has lost it all. You have lost it all, because there's nothing he can there is no way he can what mediate or what intercede on their behalf, because yes, it has become a law that these people you want to mediate for, they are terrorists now. In the first instance, what are you doing with them? What are you doing with a terrorist group? Are you supposed to mediate with for a terrorist group? No. Yeah, that says no. So now he knows the implication. He knows that if he doesn't withdraw, that was jail awaits him. Unlike when he had the opportunity to mediate, was the fact that the so-called group has not been protected by terrorists. Then they were still they were just being known as bandits. But now that was a competent court of law as pronounced them as terrorists, he had to withdraw. Because if he does not withdraw now, what is he doing with terrorist group? Surely he would also be nailed. Surely he would also be nailed. So that is why. And I believe I want to hold him for these words. If truly he has come out, if truly he said he said he has nothing to do with them, let him come out, release a press statement, apologize on the atrocities he had committed on their behalf, or the way he had collected money from the federal government, or the way you have told federal government to give them amnesty. He should come out and beg Nigerians, because Gumi alone and his what accomplice have killed so many lives. So many lives has been shattered. So many dreams has been wasted because of Gumi's greed. Now he's not saying he does not want to associate himself with them. If like, let him go ahead, and now let DSS arrest him. Let him go now, because these people are the protectors of terrorism. Ever since these people are the protectors of terrorism, the president has not said a word. If the president had his way to reverse that decision, he will do it. But now, because the judiciary has the what how do I put it?
The monopoly of power.
Yeah, they have the monopoly of power, because nobody can interpret the law. And that's it. See, they are like the second God. They are the second God of the land. After God, it is them. So see, it is what they say that is the final. So that's why the president, if not so, the president would have challenged it. And then ever since he wrote, he wanted to challenge it. He wanted to challenge it. But see now, he went to the federal court. He lost. He went to the appeal court. He lost. And now I think the matter is still at the Supreme Court, challenging that the bandits should not be protected by terrorists. And I think the hearing will be for what next year. Imagine the presidency taking sides with them.
Okay, let's look at the performance of the Nigerian military. Now the Sultan has come out to say that the north now is a killing field. Can you put it pari passu with the acclaimed performance and the reports from Nigerian generals saying that the military is winning the war against insecurity?
I don't know. See, let them see if the military are saying they are winning the war. Let them come out with facts. What are the indices? This troop kills. How many of the Boko Haram? How many of the Nigerian army has been killed so far? They will not report that. These people which guns are they using? Our government giving them sophisticated guns to fight these people. Insurgency has become a norm in our society, whereby the government is not even looking for a solution to even kill it. Because I believe now this insurgency spring up during the dangerous era, where some persons, I start to be corrected and I quote, where a state president said he will make federal government ungovernable. And ever since then, we've seen Boko Haram transformed, migrated from Boko Haram to bandits, killer Iceman, and still nothing has been done. Now you are asking me that the military are saying that they are winning war. Which war are they winning? Yesterday in Sokoto, 28 persons were killed, and the president came to Lagos and said before he leaves office, he will crush Boko Haram. 6 years along. 6 years he has been saying, I will crush them. I will crush them. When will the president crush them? And that was what he used and campaign. He said, see, if he has no office, he said 6 months. Boko Haram will be a thing of the past. 6 years along the line now. We have another faction of a terrorist group. We have ISWAP. Before there was no ISWAP, but now under the present dispensation, we have ISWAP, we have Boko Haram, two terrorist group, and before it was one. So now the president has even increased their power. The presidents have what even increased their stand and their authority, because by you giving them amnesty, that will fuel insecurity. So people would feel that now, what do I have left? I have no job. The government have not done the need for me. The only way I can the only way I can recognize in the society is for me to join this terrorist group. And then when these people join, government will give them amnesty. Government will make them custom officers. Government will make them police officers. Government will make them government will give them military reform. Government will absorb them into all the government agencies and parastatals. So now, do you think such insurgency will end? It will not end until this nonsense stop. Until when the government is being sincere. The former general chief of army staff, the monument to purchase arms. What's his name? The former chief of army staff. Brutai siphoned about $1 billion meant to purchase arms, and now the military are saying they are winning war. Now, how much is the military budget compared to the money budgeted for the senators? In every sane society that wants to win war against insurgency, check their defense budget. It is on a very high side, but now check our defense budget. It is on a very low side. And you want to win war. How often do you go to the battleground and motivate the soldiers? Now, soldiers will not be paid salary for the next month. For soldiers that have not been paid for last month and this month now, and you want them to go to the battlefront and fight. Who does that? Nobody will do that. Even if I'm a military man, I will not go and risk my life, because now all their bonuses have not been paid. One man will sit in the office and siphon all the money. Those guys, there was a video I saw online where the guys showed us the ammunition in which they are used to combat Boko Haram, and the guys showed us the gun that was retrieved from this insurgencies. Okay. Insurgencies, they are having a better weapon ammunition compared to Nigerian army, and you want to win war. Who does that? How do you intend to win war? See, the government is not serious. Apart from told us that every insurgency that lasts between 24 hours a day, it shows that government is involved. My brother, forget, so they are making money.
Now is that the government is involved.
They are making money.
Insurgency.
See, because there are some top hierarchy officials that don't want this thing to end, because every day, every now and then, they keep budgeting money to purchase arms, because that is where they get their own money from. My brother, Nigeria has become a business. Nigeria has become a business. My brother, see, that is why nobody should tell us that I want to work for Nigeria. We know that you're not working for Nigeria. You want to come and steal the money. That is proper, mother. Don't tell me.
Even Osibajo.
If nobody who be Osibajo. No be blood. Now they run for in vain. No be blood they run for in vain.
I'm telling you.
Does he fall from heaven? Someone give birth to him. My brother, Nigerian politicians, they are so cruel. He claims to be a pastor. He claims to my brother, there is no pastor anywhere. You are the pastor of yourself. Not allow one man to interview. See, no pastor has access to God. I lie. No pastor, bishop, pope, everybody. You can sit at the comfort of the soul. Does he have access to God? Does Pope? Pope will be one like you.
The Catholics will not agree with you.
Pope does not have access to God. Nobody has access to God. You have access to God. Through your parents, you have access to God. Anybody that said, he talks to God one-on-one, let him come. Even though our geos, nobody has access to God. We have praise to God. My brother, nobody be pastor. Pastor that cannot come out publicly and say the truth. And tell Mr. President that, Mr. President, what you are doing is bad. People have been killed in Sokoto. He came to Lagos.
Christians have
killed in Sokoto. He came to Lagos State yesterday and started dancing on the grave of people. Now, is A government that said that Lekki massacre was no massacre, and then massacre with nobody. That's the fact that people have lost their life. Now, festive period is around the corner. Nigerian face, look at our face. We're not smiling. Next year now, under our ship, they will increase fuel. Fuel now become 340. Whereby a same nation, they are what? These people are what? They are rejoicing. The government is trying to relieve the pain on them. Our government is what? Inflicting pains on us. Next year, January, fuel 340. Where will they go, sef?
Facebook ads, you pay VAT. On Facebook ads, you pay VAT, you pay tax.
Okay, now we pay tax now.
On Facebook ads.
On Facebook now. Now, see now, they are saying that if government removes subsidy, all the commuters will be given 5,000 naira. I know it is a lie. A senator, let them reduce senator's salary. The money, these so-called vagabonds, these miscreants, these bandits, they are the terrorists, and it's too much. We have 109 senators. 109 multiplied times 35 million. How much is that? That is enough to service our debt. That is enough to pay this fuel subsidy. We have 360 House of members, and these people earn 20 million naira every month. And they keep saying there's no money, there's no money, there's no money. Why don't you look in what slash this so-called bastard people salary? Because the only thing me and you enjoy from government, my brother, is this fuel subsidy. Aside from fuel subsidy, there's nothing again. For like 3 days now, there's no light in my house. There's no light. Last week, I went to healthcare center all by here. There was no doctor to attend to me. There was no doctor. Thank God I had small cash on me. I had to bribe the doctor in this healthcare all by Oluwole. I bribed the doctor 10,000 before she could attend to me. Because just one doctor attended to like close to like 80 patients. The Dubai is not telling us that that's now and since the government have refused to employ, what can she kill herself? Just one doctor on seat attending to thousands of patients. I had to bribe the woman because that day I had no money to go to private hospital. Imagine kind of country for herself.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for having me, Mr.
Mr. Raphael, good morning, Mr. Raphael.
Christian, good morning. But what are you telling me that is good about this morning? When you see the faces of Nigerians, look at the countenance they are wearing. Everybody is frustrated. Everybody walks along the street of Lagos frustratingly. We are not smiling. We are not laughing. But notwithstanding, I would like to hail all our wonderful viewers. Somebody like Fluffy Blue, somebody like Iye Rioba, somebody like Odunlade Taiwo. There are many of them here, Zenwachiku. There are many guys who are good to us. I will begin to number them. Oga Chema, you are too much. Oga Biril, you are too much. Udeme, what about you? You are great. Mama in America, Mama Israel. What about Nkechi Okaro of Ogibi? Or Abatete, sorry. And Nkechi, you are good. All of you, I can't name you all guys because you are doing marvelously by making it a point of duty to watch us every morning. I'm hailing all of you there. Kudos to Niger, for Niger. I want you to come this December because we have been arguing there all the time. I don't like your argument again. I want you to come and face us one-on-one here. Are you okay? Thank all of you, Noel, Joel, Marvelous Henry. You guys are good. Christian, so let us start. Don't worry if I don't call your name, Kelly. Don't worry if I fail to call your name. OJ, Professor OJ, a professor in London. Hey, Vera Kimono, I'm greeting you, ma. Mommy Blessing, I'm greeting all of you. So what do you have for us this morning? As you are wearing a very tight face. You see, if the economy is all right, this, my brother, wouldn't have looked so dangerous. Look at Christian's face. He's wearing a very tight face. And if I remove my own glass, we will find out Nigeria, where we are, we have problem. This government has thrown us into an interminable, endless commotion. Trouble, chaos every day. Let me tell you, before you ask me a question, do you know that after the 42 passengers were burnt to stake, beyond recognition, they pour fuel. The terrorists called Boko Haram, sprinkle fuel on the bus. They watch those guys die. After that, what happened again in the localities of Sokoto State, Zamfara State, Yobe, and the Adamawa?
Many Katsina, many were killed. Even a commissioner in Katsina was shot dead. A commissioner, a serving commissioner. This is a man who promised Jonathan that he was going to make his regime ungovernable. This was a man who promised us that within 5 days, Boko Haram will be 18 of the past.
6 months.
Now, 6 months, okay. Fachola promised 6 months about this power. When I was reading then, I saw 5 days. Fachola said in 6 months, he will arrest the situation of power. Why are these people instigating us? Why are the Fulani instigating us? Why are these dangerous politicians instigating us? Fulani man is the man that told me that Wari man is not my brother. Fulani man is telling me that Yoruba man is not my brother. It is Fulani man that is telling me the Hausa, original Hausa, they are not my brother. Fulani man has come and instigated the Igbos among all his brothers in the southeast. He said to Igbo man, look at Efik man, he's not your brother. Turn your back at the video, he's not your brother. You see, what regime of Fulani has come cost Nigerians. Christian, do you have any question?
Highbury, you know Highbury, so you should hail him.
Oh, I hear you.
I hail you.
Highbury, I hail you too. Highbury, I've not seen your name there, but I see the name. Like Nguyen, Odunlade Taiwo, Iye Rioba, and the rest of the fluffy blue. I see people like For Niger is always running his mouth there. I want to meet him one-on-one. 2 Niger is causing trouble all the time on that streamline. He fight Ogundale, he go fight Fluffy Blue, he go fight Yoruba. I hail all of you. I like you guys.
We get to federal government, show evidence of money that you have borrowed.
Oh my God, that's a very good question. Wike is the one governor I know that fears nobody. Fear of Wike is beginning of wisdom among the Nigerian public office holders. Because if you make any trouble, if you err in any way, any manner, Wike will come and stand right on your face and tell you that you have done mistake. Wike is not afraid of federal government, he's not afraid of Buhari. In fact, Governor Wike always confronts Buhari one-on-one. It doesn't fear anybody. If you ask me, the most fearless governor in Nigeria now is who? Yes, Wike, the governor of Rivers State. Nigeria has been borrowing money under Buhari regime over the years, to the extent that our borrower, the country that lends us the money, China, is about to buy MMA, Malta Mohammed International Airport. In due course, China is coming to collect their due at MMA. Let me tell you, in no distant time, China is coming to manage the whole railway, the so-called railway that links from Lagos to Ibadan. Okay, they are the ones managing it. Let me tell you, the railway that Buhari constructed to his maternal home in the Niger Republic, Chinese has taken over. In due course, let me tell you, MNA Nugu, the only airport southeastern region has.
We have Anambra Airport.
China, Anambra Airport is there. They are coming. Anyone that is under federal, China is coming. But China cannot come and control what Abako Diko. The airports he built at Umweri, that one is for Anambra. Anambra Airport is for us. But anything federal, China is coming to take all of them. Next one, Wike's question is very, very reasonable. Yes, it has cogent reasons.
Evidence of money borrowed.
Thank you. No evidence. What are the infrastructures? Tell us, show us. Yes, Davidson said the right thing. The money they are cutting away into their private purses. I mean the upper chamber of the legislature.
The upper and lower.
Upper and lower, 2 of them. I accuse them and I challenge them. Come and tell Nigerians why you should be cutting away almost 50 million monthly as a salary. While 30,000 naira minimum wages, you have thrown punch and fist cuts with labor. How many months? You could not dole out that small amount to laborers to pay those people that are in the field of work. But you still, every month, 40 to 50 million as salary. Let me tell you, this connotes the reason why they could not allow electoral bill signed. They want to stay there indefinitely. They want to be there until our Lord Jesus Christ comes. No, I'm telling you the truth. Weakest questions is a welcome question. It's accepted by me. It's accepted by international communities. Show us what you've used the money, billions you borrowed from China to. What did you use it to do? Is it infrastructure amenity? Did you use to create job? Is it industrialization? How many industries have you established there? Tell us. Oh my God, localization of industries. We would have been working everywhere. As I'm talking to you now, I would have gone to my work, 4 hours, they will pay me. But there is no company, there is no industry. There's no production industry to work at. Let me tell you, the major fallacy of this regime is that there is as yet, they are borrowing money, but there is as yet nothing to show for what they use the money for. For what they use the money, nothing is a plus.
There's no evidence to show.
There's no evidence. It's just like during the time of Babangida. Babangida was telling us about structural adjustment program. SAP. While there was at years no structure to adjust. During Buhari regime, Babangida regime, SAP. Structural adjustment program. In 1989, 1991, there was as yet no structure to adjust. Everywhere is empty. Babangida stole money. He just from that platform. He stole money from that platform. SAP, structural adjustment program. Where are the structures to adjust? No. Now this man has come up, going and borrowing. Buhari regime. Nigeria has been going and borrowing. To China. But I have that adage again. I want to tell you that he that goes a borrowing, goes a sorrowing. That's why the whole Nigerians are sorrowing now. Economically, we are sorrowing. Politically, we are in tumult. So, Nigeria goes a borrowing, Nigerians go a sorrowing.
Now a killing field, that's from the Sultan.
The killing field of Vietnam. Yes, that one, the killing field of Vietnam is better than the kind of killing field we are witnessing in the north, because the killing field of Vietnam was under Pol Pot. Pol Pot was killed in 1997. He wanted to commit suicide. They rounded him up. Once they were coming, Pol Pot killed himself. That was the end of the killing field of Vietnam. But the killing field we have in the north now is a different issue. The northern elders are benefiting. The northern politicians are benefiting from what ISWAP, Boko Haram, and bandits are committing in the northern Nigeria. Do you know how many billions of naira that have been sunk in that axis to secure there? They budgeted billions. Now our money, your money is there, Christian. You cannot just come here every money. It's a rap. How is this? How is that? Your money too. My money. Everybody. We are the owner of that money. In fact, that resources come from our side. This boy is from Akwa Ibom, Davidson. Do you know how many oil wells Akwa Ibom has? Akwa Ibom is stopping. And then look at the young man. He needs money. He went to hospital. They don't want to attend to him because no doctor. And the main source of Nigerian income comes from that axis. Akwa Ibom State. Are you listening to me? Nigerians are watching like Mumu. When our money, our source of income has been neglected in the southern Nigeria. And this Hausa oligarchy, northern elders, Mumu, Fulani, they are the ones sucking our money. What about Buhari is doing right now is he is minding his maternal home, Republic of Niger. That's where the whole money, the whole infrastructure amenity have been channeled to.
I don't agree with you.
You must agree with me. Let me give you one.
The railway.
The railway.
One.
Refinery. Thank you. Refinery. The one that happens at Renji pass where you don't know. The secret one you don't know. The secret transfer and remittance, international remittance you don't know. See, let me tell you. All these civil servants are smart. Think about the main people in the authority. They are smarter. There are a lot of money going out to that axis that you don't know. The one you and I know is what we are discussing right now.
Okay.
By the time Buhari finishes, we will find out that Buhari has stolen. He came for revenge. His wife asked him, Oga, you rule Nigeria from 1985.
Nigeria is asking, look at Lagos.
Oga to Nigeria. Infrastructures in Lagos, Southwest government, APC, Southwest APC own it up. They are responsible for this. To Nigeria, you know how Babatunde Abi, what is that his name? Raji, this man. No. Ambode worked so well. Ambode beat the record of Tinubu 250%. Ambode beat the record of Fachola, the eyeglass man that discovered the camera at the toll gates. Only him saw that camera. Ambode beat his record 150%. Tunaja, are you listening to me? The infrastructure amenity you see in Lagos, they are suffering from epilepsy. You've not looked very well. Come closer to the camera and see the so-called electricity. The cable is still on the top. By this time, I'm telling you, study other advanced country in the world. Cable to go underground. But there's no street light. There is no light at night. I'm telling you, over a week now, we don't have light at all. To Niger, we are sleeping, opening the windows. We bath. We take our bath 3 times because of heat wave. There is heat wave across Lagos. We are all struggling for oxygen. Over 30 million people, we are more than that. Over 60 million people, 60 million Lagosians are struggling for what? Oxygen. There's not enough oxygen for us to manage, which is why I take baths every day, 3 times. Because the oxygen in the atmosphere is not enough. How many percentage of oxygen? Yes, in the atmosphere. Ordinary 48% or even less. We are all struggling. See, this place is a temperate, tropical region. Much heat. Electricity is not working. To Niger, nothing is working. There's no water. That one I'm sure that you know is borehole. We buy water. To Niger, nothing to show.
Okay,
nothing to show.
Okay, Gumi saying that it's no more with the bandits.
It's no more with the bandits, but I thank God that Saudi Arabia has banned him from traveling to Saudi Arabia. Yes, you don't know. A cleric met me on the line. He said, Mr. Raf, that's good. I like what you said about that was on Phoenix about Gumi. That's why he was banned by Saudi Arabia. I said, Oga Alpha, what I say, he said that's why you don't know many things. He's not going to Saudi Arabia because of his character. A Sheikh, he said Saudi Arabia valued that name, Sheikh, but they found out that Gumi is a thief. That the way Gumi is saying rubbish, supporting armed robbers, supporting terrorists, Saudi Arabia has served him. Saudi Arabia has served him notice not to fly into Riyadh, Medina, Mecca anymore. That they don't want him. So let me tell you, if he distances himself, he's a thief. After distancing himself, they're supposed to send who? DSS to Gumi to arrest him. But we find out they can't do that because El-Rufai, his kinsman. Malami is his kinsman. Buhari is his kinsman. Sulai Mohammed is kinsman. They are the one that has seized power in this country from Jonathan to torment us till date. From 2015 to date, we're under the torment of terrorists like El-Rufai, Malami, Buhari, Sulai Mohammed, and many of them, even Pantami. So let me tell you, Gumi, if he distance himself, DSS to watch him, so that they will extort from him the one he extorted from the bandits. Just be sharing money with them in the bush. Tell it to the flies. If you don't believe, because you don't say you don't believe us. No, Christian will never believe us until he see with his 2 eyes. See, Gumi to surrender the one he stole, he is extorted from the bandits. He extorted from federal government indirectly through the bandits. He's a thief, a sheikh. He has been banned in Saudi Arabia. Don't you know?
Thank you very much, Mr. Rafa.
Viewers, thank you so much for staying tuned. I love you all.
Thank you. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. We have come to the end of Bystanders and Instance. This morning, I have Mr. Lazarus. Me and Mr. Lazarus, we have an agreement. I did not keep to the agreement. Yeah, come and talk. 1 minute.
Okay. Good morning, man. I welcome the idea who say that Buhari is not doing well. For me to talk now with the little knowledge of mine, Buhari government is the worst government since I was born. It's not doing well. It's doing sentimentality, discrimination. What he's doing is abnormal. It's not good. It's not, like day before yesterday, when the people want to fight at my people at back of Williams Plaza, they say that if they kill Igbos and nothing will happen, that the whole our brother precisely know as the Kanu, that nothing will happen. That means Buhari have already ordered them to be killing Igbos, which is confirmed sentimentality. I want the nation, the world, even God of mine, to hide it, because it's not good for one person who so-called a leader to be standing A leader, what they said in government, they say leader live by example. And the corruption where you want to come fight is not fighting the corrupt. Corruption that is happening now. Power corrupt, absolutely. We are not doing democracy. We have what is called anarchy. And anarchy is a place where there is no regulation that they call that hold the place. Lawlessness, that is what is going on there. I thank you very, very. God will bless you as I'm talking to you. Remain blessed.
Remember our agreement, Mr. Lazarus. Remember, he's not Lazarus in the Bible. He's Lazarus from what state? From Ebonyi State.
Lazarus is the man of Jesus Christ.
From Ebonyi State. His governor is Governor Umahi. Yes, that is his governor. Somebody said that if Biafra comes into manifestation, that those from Ebonyi will be from the north, like the northerners. They look like northerners, amen. That is that's the light one. We have come to the end of bystanders and instance. Thank you very much. Mr. David, my man, thank you very much. Mr. Oluwa1 of Ogba, thank you. Mr. Lazarus from Ebonyi State, thank you. Mr. Raf, the Honorable. Somebody said Raf should be in the government. I don't know whether it's Biafra or Nigerian government that he should be in the government. Okay, a bit thank you to the man behind the camera, Mr. Ifeanyi. Is it Ikechukwu? Bye for now. I'm Christian Chuku. To meet tomorrow by God's grace on another edition of Bystanders at the Newsstands. Thank you.